Hey, everybody. Welcome to Gadia. It's me, Ricky, again. Welcome to Gadia, where the village of Gray Stand is constantly in some sort of state of, oh my God, we're all gonna fucking die. Welcome, as tonight we follow the story of the adventuring group that should probably be in town right now, but we don't know if they's even alive. So I hope you enjoy watching them. Hey, by the way, since I can't seize them, you're always going to have to tell me if I win or not. But I got 10 easy E's that say that all is going to not trust somebody today. So you all let me know if I win or not.
Oh yeah, the day you introduce a mysterious stranger, you think Ulrich might not trust him?
Anyway, it's just a joke.
Poor Ulrich.
Just a joke.
I'm making a quick interruption just to ask chat if the audio sounds okay, because
How's the audio, chat?
Because last
Do
week
we have
special. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Wolf Dragon Bro.
Great
Sick ass name, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking awesome.
I want to draw that right now.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, thank you all for being here. Just a real quick rule primer, not a rule primer, but just some things that I say every session. While we are in session, while we're in the middle of a scene, we may not verbally interact with chat so as not to break the flow of things, but you will see us popping up in chat every now and again to say hello and welcome in, and et cetera. And also, as always, the biggest thing, we're all here to have fun, so everybody be excellent to each other. Yurko, you have announcements.
I do. I'm Yurko. I stream Baldur's Gate 3 on Thursdays and Sundays from 8 to 11 about, this time. That's on my channel, twitch.tv/theyurko. Thank you. Also, I run a Vampire the Masquerade actual play podcast starring our very own JT and Sora.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Episode 6 is coming out tomorrow, which is really exciting. And also coming out tomorrow is a recap of 1 through 5. So now's a good time to jump in for anyone who might like to jump in. I will get some links for y'all now.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
Sora.
I was muted. Like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yay! Yes, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. If you didn't know we have a YouTube channel, check out our link tree. There's a bunch of stuff in there. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, all of the places, all of the thing. And as soon as I get around to it, an updated merch shop with t-shirts and things and stuff. Does anybody else have anything, Luna, Colby, Amber, anything you want to bring up before we jump into these shenanigans?
Just following up on the like and subscribe, it does give us endorphins, but it also gives us the algorithm hits and the chance to potentially further our brand. So your likes and subscription is a free way to help give us the success that we so crave.
Tasty endorphins.
Yummy.
ever eaten dolphin before?
What was that, Colby? Okay. All right.
We don't need endorphins.
World. Yeah.
Depression lives here. Go team depression.
Make it
Thank
move
you,
out.
Wolf
Fuck.
Dragon Crow.
Yes, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. All right, let's do just a quick recap of last session, and then we'll jump into this whole mysterious stranger thing so we can watch the suspicions grow.
Hey, Dungeon Master, I have a request.
Here go. Yeah, what's up?
Can you DM the entire episode as Ricky?
Please.
You know,
Please
I
don't.
have to be completely honest with you.
I'm serious. I'm
I've
not
been
smiling.
contemplating a one shot with Ricky as the DM. So
Honestly,
Oh
I feel like
my
that should be a
God.
donation goal at some
Oh my
point.
god. Yes.
that's
Yeah.
a fucking great idea.
And
If
you
we ever
need
get
to
around to
victimize,
it.
prioritize Ulrich in that.
We
All right.
just, it's just Ulrich's
Oh.
like Tales of Bossing Say episode.
Mom
Yes.
seconds this.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom.
Yes.
So back to the recap.
Recap.
Recap, yes, thank you.
My B.
No, I was just making a stupid pun. So put my
Nina
cap back on my
derails.
bottle.
Oh my god, I didn't get it. I
Yeah,
love
it
when you
makes sense
explain
now.
jokes.
Anyway, guys. Last week on Welcome to Greystand, session title Tossed Salad or Tossing Salad? I
Tossing
don't
salad.
remember.
You
Tossing
went there.
Salad. You know what?
You named it that?
Yep.
I didn't.
I
I
did.
don't have control.
Luna and
here.
I collaborated, and I probably originally suggested it. I don't remember.
It was a team effort.
I'm pretty
Leave
sure.
it to
No.
the twins.
No one person could be that funny.
Let's be
So-
honest. JT left me in charge of naming episodes and posting the YouTube videos, so it's kind of his fault. Like,
Never did I think that this would happen.
Hey, what was named Uwu the other day?
That was
Short.
that was our YouTube short. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, go check out Uwu.
Uwu.
If you don't have an idea of what these
No,
people
stop.
subject me to every week, that's a good highlight for you.
I haven't done the other one yet, just the uwus.
Here, you
Yeah,
know,
I'm
here's
sure the other one.
the direct post for anybody that wants to see it. It's like what, 30 seconds?
Oh yeah.
All right, 30-second break
Anyway.
while everybody watches that video.
Anyway, last week on Welcome to Greystand, the measure finally depart from the ruins of the city of Thrix and head in the direction of the smoke columns that were seen on the horizon. When the measure get closer, they found buildings and a sign that reads Saxondale. After venturing deeper into the village, the party passed through a covered walkway which revealed itself to be a massive shambling mound, Tim getting sucked in the process as it attacked the group. Combat, of course, happened. After combat, with fortunately no lives lost, the measure continued deeper into the village, finding villagers who didn't really seem to want anything to do with them, either hiding in their homes or just having a defiant stance against these strangers from who knows where. With the exception of one individual who called the party aside and brought them into the forest just outside of the village and revealed himself to be an individual known as Jane. Little has yet been learned about him, but he has commented on the twins' presence being a sign of the group's power, if you will. So we begin our session in the middle of the forest, with the group standing before Jane, as he is a human male, bald, mustache, and glasses, dressed in tunic and pants with a red robe over his shoulder.
I have a question.
Yes, certainly.
Do we do that? Or do we ask inspiration questions?
Oh.
We would do that if we didn't have inspiration
That's true.
questions first.
Valid.
Yes. You're welcome, everyone.
Points to Ulrich.
All right. So let's just do these questions real quick. And everybody roll me a d20.
What?
Ah!
I'm gonna roll my
D20s?
chunky boy
That's
today.
cringe.
Where's the big one?
I'm gonna roll my cheese dice by 8.
Okay.
I got him. Oh, wait. I'll wait.
Okay, so I'm gonna go around the table here. We're gonna start at the end of the line. Tim, what do you got?
I got a 10.
Okay. Rana.
17.
Okay. Rarissa?
14.
Okay. Ulrich, not Summerick.
4.
I don't think that was an approving look.
I'm sorry. I make that joke to myself all the time. I don't know if I've ever said it out loud, but
Don't get in character, gang. Watch
18. Yeah, I see it. I saw the spice.
All right, well, Cassidy, you're first then with the highest roll.
Oh, shucks.
Cassidy, have you ever had your heart broken?
I've never had my heart broken. I've tried to get to know a person or two better over time. I am 30 after all. But it just never really seemed to go anywhere, whether it's because I spend so much of my time helping other people or at the smithy, or maybe there just wasn't a real connection there in the first place. But I wouldn't quite say heartbreak, but here I am single. Wasn't exactly successful either.
Point made. Well, go ahead and give yourself inspiration. Just a real quick detail for me to point out. I'm not prodding at everybody's individual personal life experiences. These are character questions.
Character.
Yeah.
These happen once a month at the beginning of the month, and if they give me more than a yes or no question, they get inspiration.
Creating some character depth, guys.
Helps people get into character too. Rena,
You're my inspiration.
do you think money can buy happiness?
Absolutely not.
Okay. That's a very firm stance. Do you care to elaborate?
Yeah.
No. Fish by happiness.
I mean, just from the way our village is run, no. Her happiness, she's seen as, spending time with her friends in the morning fishing. The money's a bonus, of course. But, even the money at the tavern, it's more for fun. She just wants to have fun. If money comes along with it, awesome. Cool, fantastic, but...
All right. Well, go ahead and give yourself inspiration. Thank you. Good answer. Riri. Did I give you your question already, previously for you to think on it? Okay, I did. All right, Riri. Tell me about your first kiss.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I don't feel like her, I don't feel like she has the balls to just kind of do that, So, I kind of imagine that, even though she's been flirty with Anthea and stuff, and they'd been cuddly, that neither one of them was, brave enough to even get there.
Yeah, that's accurate. I would agree with that.
So, I don't think she's had one yet.
Okay. That's valid.
We'll get there eventually, sister.
Yeah, one of them just has to take that plunge.
Such a village of purity.
Go to kiss each other. No, I'm kidding.
That's where my mind first went.
All
right, get a Sweet Home Alabama clip playing.
Game of Thrones.
Game.
Inspiration.
I like how he's you're just summoning Game of Thrones.
Sparkle.
Let it be.
Okay.
Tim.
Yes.
My friend.
I hope my question isn't quite as interpersonal as some of these.
Tim. Who do you look up to?
Well, I'd say I'd look up to a few people. Definitely in my family. One of which I have to look down to now. But
Ooh.
Height.
Ouch.
Oldest brother Theovrin is an inspiration. Honestly, I admire some parts of everyone in my family. I look up to quite a few people.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead, buddy. Give yourself that inspiration.
Damn.
Ulrich.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your worst habit?
I feel like the rest of my party would be happy to answer this question for me.
It might be a little challenging. We have options.
Oh. I think Ulrich,
Not
in
here.
in Ulrich's opinion,
Yeah.
in my opinion, my worst habit is complaining.
Oh,
Doesn't do anything, and I do it more than I'd like.
Okay. I
Honestly,
don't
same.
think I was expecting that. But go ahead, give yourself inspiration. Very good.
Admitting
it's
it
okay.
is
You're just a worried father.
admitting
Yeah,
it
got a
is
lot of
the
wrinkles.
first
Sorry,
step
go
toward admitting it is the first step towards recovery, right?
ahead. Either that or
I
destroying
apologize.
that which makes him complain.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
all
that's
of us,
That's his MO,
Like-
like at the moment.
we make him complain. It would be destroying us.
I know, that was the
Like-
joke.
I just
Somebody get the soundboard.
Thank you, Luna. I saw that.
Yeah.
So, as I had said, we bring our focus now into the forest outside of Saxondale Village, where James stands before the measure and looks to the twins and, well, if you've got them with you, that at least says something about your who you know and what kind of strength you have behind you. But I've never seen twins before. I've never seen either of you before, actually.
What does that mean? The strength behind it.
Well, you got envoys with you.
Indeed, we do. When was
Yeah.
your last visit?
Probably. I'm not sure. It's been a while. It could have been. I want to say it was about 5 years ago, but it might have been longer. I don't know how long those of us were. I think confused is the best word.
Yeah.
Us.
We're on different itineraries, so
Did you say something, Ulrich?
I said, who's us?
The village. There's some of us that are in the forest, not too far from here. You know, the ones that we haven't been able to wake up are still inside.
I see. Well, what's your relationship to the city of Thrix?
Ricks? Well, I mean, it's like about a day and a half away. So I guess you could say we're neighbors. I'm familiar with it. I've been out there a couple of times. I've had some people that would go with me and
Right.
just see what we could learn from the ruin. It's very interesting.
Ulrich, he'll turn toward the group and just say, I don't think we're going to find anything of use here.
A small ally is still an ally?
yeah,
What
but
is
we have our
your-
own house to look in order to get in order before we can help someone else. We're looking for answer to a problem that our own village faces.
Oh. Well, what's the problem?
I don't even know where to start.
May I?
Sounds familiar.
Sure.
Please, Tim.
Well, it seems that there is a entity that, well, it's taken the form of something called an ironwood tree, and it's looking to devour everything. All of the land. And it's kind of close to our village, so we're first. And we're trying to stop it. Fire didn't work. And turns out we found some little tidbits in Thrix, mentions of this entity's name before it had taken the current form that we're familiar with.
What's the name?
Myrna.
Okay.
She had a podium or plaque with her name on it inside the temple of the children of Thrix.
Oh.
They called her Mother Myrna.
See. Like, it doesn't ring a bell, but I'm aware of the building you're speaking of. Usually when I went out there, I was looking for books and things like that. I wasn't really focusing on structures.
Did you find any?
Yeah, I got some. We got a library here.
Oh,
Tim just found
a
some
library?
Oh, what?
She said Tim just found some catnip.
No.
That's one way of putting it. Have you transcribed any of these books? Do you have any extras?
Well, I don't know about extras. I mean, we have some. I've gone through a few of them and rewrote some. The library isn't just books from Thrix. A lot of them are stories that people that have lived here over the years have written, and informative tomes as well. So
good for you. Good for you. I've been trying to get something like that started for some time now.
It all starts with an idea, right? So
yeah, takes a whole lot of persistence too.
So
anyway,
you have an ironwood tree or a thing that is in the form of an ironwood tree.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly not dissimilar to whatever that was.
The big salad.
The mound.
Yes.
Shambling mound. Yeah.
She's a woman, or she was. And now she's in the tree, but her influence extends outwards, and she can hurt people. I don't know how many details you really need.
Whatever you want to tell me. I'm not going to push you for information you don't want to give. I just... how long did you travel for?
It's been a 10-day.
It's a long time. I mean, I don't know if we can help you. If we can, we will, because if this is really as serious as you say it is, I mean, you said it's trying to infect the forest, right? Like, quickly?
Did we?
I said it was trying to consume it.
Oh, consume. Sorry, I used the wrong word. You said it's trying to consume the forest. I mean, this whole region is one giant forest. It would just be a matter of time before it got to us, and I mean, we could stop it sooner than later if you're telling the truth. I mean, we'd have to do something.
Well,
Scribe's honor. That's the truth, as far as I know it.
As envoys, James, we're requesting access to your library.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Fuck.
Actually, no, deception, because you're not an envoy.
It's fair. I'm not good at that. Well, I rolled a 20. So, yeah.
Natural?
Yeah. 23 total. Sorry.
What was your name, if you don't mind me asking?
Fuck it.
Fisher.
Whatever. Yeah.
I mean, that's a little odd, but all right. No offense, ma'am. I mean,
Ulrich, he'll try to make eye contact with Rena, and just mouth the word envoys. Just trying to convey they have a pattern to their names.
Yeah. I was literally trying to think of a name on the spot, and it just was not coming out.
Sorry. I hope you don't mind the help.
That's all good.
I'd be more than happy to let you all have a look at the library, but it's kind of dangerous walking through the village if you're not asleep. That's kind of what we've come to refer to it as. I'm sorry. I mean, you could try. I don't know how well it would go. We've been trying to find out what's it doing. I haven't had a whole lot of luck. Tend to go and search at night, sneak around, but they have these creatures that patrol the streets, and well, I can't do it by myself. And I only have so many able bodies outside of the village that can help. Most of who are with me are women and children, and there's a couple of young guys out here and young women that can swing a blade. Not very experienced. I don't want to put them in danger. This village is everything to me.
What about, I believe her name was Callista. I talked with two farmers, Griff and Robbie.
Yeah.
They said we should seek out Callista. Is this your actual one of your elders, or is this one of the affected or asleep?
Callista is not asleep. She's the leader of the village. She's with everybody else. But you could talk to her. I don't, I mean, talking to me right now is the best thing you can do, because I'm kind of, despite her being the leader, I've kind of taken control. But you are more than welcome to speak to her too.
No, I just mostly wanted to get a measure on how far this had infected.
Well, if they're telling you to go to her, it makes sense. If you talk to any of them, they think everything's fine. It's not.
How long has it been like this, James?
A long time. From my estimation, years. That's why I don't know when the last time the envoys were here. As last I remember, it's been about 5 years. Could have been more. I'm not sure.
James, you said you may or may not be able to help us.
Well,
I understand that we have a mutual interest in dealing with Myrna.
mm-hmm.
I agree. If no one stops her, she's going to end up here eventually. But that also means that we waste our time.
Mm-hmm.
You'll suffer for it as well. And then it won't matter if your friends are awake or asleep.
Well, you need help, right?
If you can give it. What I'm saying is, if you can't, and I'm sorry to be so blunt, I don't know if we have the time to help you. We've spent a lot of time getting here already, and we don't have as much to show for it as we'd like, so...
Right. Well, look, what's your village called? Where are you from?
Gray Stand.
Okay. Gray Stand. Never heard of it before, just like I'm sure you've never heard of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know of any other villages out there, or if there's anything out there like Thrix. I know there's a lot of creatures and other things like that roaming around in the forest. Tribes of lesser races. Not lesser, but less civilized.
That's better.
I only know of one other group that might be able to help, but you're gonna need me if you're gonna get their help. And you're going to get my help if I get yours. I understand that your village is in danger, and I don't have anything against you. I don't want anything to happen to yours. But the only hope you have is to get help from these groups. You help me, I'll help you. It ain't going to be easy, but that's all there is to it. I'm sorry for my bluntness, but
I can't blame you for leveraging your advantages.
I see you all walk in here and I see hell. For I have to look at it. I've been in this village for a long time. I'm not going to let anything happen to these people. Whatever's in my power, much like how I think you feel about yours, I'm going to do whatever you can. So help me help you.
May I interject?
Of course.
Part of our problem, James, is the power of Myrna is beyond us to the extent that we don't even know where to start stopping her and protecting our people. Do you know what's causing this problem with your people, and do you have a plan to stop it, or are we both villages at square one in finding the answer? Because if you at least have a strategy to help you, it means we have a chance at succeeding. But if both of our villages are unsure even where to begin, then I do want to help you, I do, but maybe the best we can do is offer those of you who are awake to come somewhere, maybe with us.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll with advantage.
I got a dirty 20.
He reaches into his bag. He has like a little bag on his hip, and he pulls out this piece of metal. It's like a rod, and whoever's closest in front of him, he holds it out, and he says, "Touch it."
Touch it.
Who wants to touch his rod?
I'll touch it.
Me.
Okay.
Go for it. It's all yours.
He likes touching rods.
Tim got it first.
Where'd the
Okay.
balls come from? Huh?
The whisk.
Tim,
Okay.
nothing
Finally.
happens. Surprisingly cold to the touch, though.
Can I touch it?
He says to you after you touch it, he's watching you. He goes, "All right, that's enough."
a little cold.
And he nods at you, at your observation, and he just whoever next.
I'll touch it.
Okay. You touch it. Same thing. It's cold. Nothing happens, though.
I want to touch it.
Yep. You're next. Probably not as cold to you for reasons.
Probably not. Yeah.
But the temperature difference is noted. Katie touches it. Nothing happens. Cassidy or Rarissa?
What are you trying to accomplish here, James?
It's a test. I'll explain when it's over.
All right, I'll touch it.
Okay. Nothing happens. Give me, you know what, Cassidy, because you, give me an investigations check on this, please. Because this is something that you might know.
What if I had an intellect score in the positive? Did you say advantage?
No.
10.
Okay. Best you could tell is some sort of iron, but past that, no clue.
It's a rod.
Right. Rarissa, are you gonna?
Yeah, she'd touch it.
Nothing happens. Then he brings it back around to Anthea.
Oh no.
She wraps her hand around it. And everybody give me a perception roll.
Ruh-roh.
I gotta ask.
Kraken. Ask.
Are we in the woods?
Oh, yeah, you're in the woods.
10.
Sick.
Okay, Rena, 10. Cassidy, nat 20. Tim.
With a total of 23.
Okay, Tim.
Dirty 20.
Rarissa.
17 total.
Ulrich.
19.
Okay. 15 and higher. When she touches this, she doesn't react, but there is a little bit of smoke that comes out from where her hand touches the rod, and she just takes her hand away, and he watches her for a second. And then looks at the rest of you. Do you trust her? This one?
Pollard just looks at the rest of y'all.
We do.
What does the rod do, James?
He looks back at Anthea. He says, "It's cold iron. Fae are vulnerable to it."
Oh, well, yeah, she's Fey touched. That makes sense. Yeah, I trust her.
She's one of
Multiple
ours.
times she's gotten our back.
All right.
Helped us this far.
All right. You can come along then. All of you. And he leads you deeper into the forest a bit. Not too far. Not like a half a day's walk or anything. You know, maybe like 10 more minutes out he walks with you. I don't mean to put you all on the spot by asking you to do that, but the core of our problem is Fae related. And I didn't want to take any chances. This all started because they were walking around disguised as our own people. It's just by luck that we stumbled upon the truth of the matter.
By all means, protect your village.
Exactly. I'm glad that you see the way I do.
If anything, it's maybe trust you a little bit more.
Well, that's good. We're gonna have to trust each other if this is going to become a long-term thing. However long ago it was that they came in and set up shop, they were just walking among us for the longest time. Odd comings and goings on occasion. Nothing that really stood out because they had some sort of spell, some sort of charm over the village. They still do. But when we initially discovered them, it did unfortunately result in bloodshed. We've lost some good people, unfortunately, but we aim to take the village back and get back those who haven't passed on to the cycle yet. So,
How do you intend to do that?
What's that?
How do you intend to do that?
Well, we gotta find whoever's casting this spell and stop them. I am of the mind that they're somewhere in the village, so I've been trying to poke my nose around when I can, but just a single individual, it's a death sentence. Those creatures they have running around are very formidable. I haven't really got a good line of sight on them to know exactly what they are, but they're powerful, whatever they are. Yeah, that's the situation we're dealing with. Fae have injected themselves, and they're not very friendly. Not very friendly at all. I don't know why they picked our village. I don't know why they are violently trying to hide their presence. But it doesn't matter, because they've killed people, and they're up to something. And I will burn every one of them to ashes if I have to. Eventually, moving through the forest, you come to a bit of a clearing. It's a large clearing, and you see a large variety of tents and lean-tos and just survival-esque sort of situation for a community of about 20 to 25 people. And it is a mix of people, as I had explained, as James had explained, women and children, mostly, people, the elderly, like people that really aren't going to stand much of a chance in a physical conflict. There are a couple of people that appear like they might be able to hold a sword, but James, I mean, even he himself, he looks to be in his mid to late 40s, balding human. Like, even he doesn't appear to be able to do much himself, but he has demonstrated magic when you first approached him. So perhaps.
So, sorry to interrupt, but to be clear, the majority of the people here seem like non-combatants.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's I got him out as quick as I could. It wasn't pretty.
Did
I
you
don't know.
did you choose who you'd save?
I took whoever I could.
Do you think it's a coincidence that the Fae claimed all of your able fighters?
Well, there are still some non-able fighters running around, but yes, I do find it. Well, no, I don't find it a coincidence. I'm sure that they probably held on to some more than others. I hope it doesn't come to having to fight them, but I wouldn't put it past them. From what I've seen, they still hide among our numbers, continuing to disguise themselves. The Fae, I mean. So.
Do you have any more of this cold iron?
Not much. In the village, sure. But not necessarily right here. I have a couple of blades, and that's yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to pull something up. You'd have to ask our smithy about if he's got any back in the village. Hopefully he does. His name's Ash.
Cool. Do you think the caster could be hiding in amongst your people?
I don't know. Could be. They're sneaky people, the Fae. They like to play games. They like to manipulate. Or at least the ones I have experience with do. No offense, miss. And he looks at Anthea when he says this. If it's assuming it's a caster, I mean, it's somebody wielding some form of magic, whether it's natural or learned. But figure out what's going on. Feel free to make yourself comfortable. We can sit down and discuss what to do. Sorry, I'm not used to having company.
It's all right. We're
Quite
just
all right.
thankful that you spoke to us for drawing swords.
Or we did something rash.
Yeah. Well, I took a chance. No offense, but I'm getting kind of desperate here. I can't do this myself.
Well, James, would you give us a chance to talk amongst ourselves?
Of course, of course. I'll be around. Easy enough to find me. I'm always moving. I gotta check on everybody, so go ahead and have your discussion, and I'll, just come find me when you're ready.
Okay, James.
And he starts going around, and he does just that. You see him. He's stopping and talking with some of them villagers that are displaced out here, and just seeing how they're doing, and that sort of thing. He leaves you to your group.
This is quite bizarre. They've just been out here in the woods surviving for years on end without structures.
Best they could do, given their situation, I guess.
Or infrastructure.
It just seems odd that they would have been able to maintain this population without anything.
Are you saying...
What do they do for food? What do they do for shelter? Just...
Are you saying you don't buy his story?
It's not... I get a good feeling from the man, but the circumstance and what we've seen so far, I suppose you could say, doesn't make a lot of sense. But if we take him at face value, we want their help, they want our help. What do? We can help him get into his village at night and look for his Fey caster, who he suspects is the cause of this trouble. At least they have a starting point, how to solve their problem. We can give it one attempt even. I mean, we've come this far. It wouldn't harm us to spend one night or one day trying to solve his problem before we move on. And if we can earn their loyalty, then we'll see what they're able to offer us.
One night might harm us, but I do take your point, and I don't think you're wrong.
I think this also has the potential to bear fruit in the distant future.
The distant future.
Yes.
Graystan might not be there in the distant future.
That's true, but if you're constantly focused on the now, you can miss out on a lot in the future. I get your point. But if we can establish some sort of friendly or relations or an alliance with these people and manage to make some sort of way to get back and forth, we won't be dependent on just the envoy. Graystan won't be secluded anymore, because all we've had up until this point is the envoys, and I know you, Ulrich, take special issue with that.
No, that...
And I see where you're coming
good.
from. I don't know what means we'd have to do it. Maybe there could be some sort of magical means for it. Maybe we could work on infrastructure, but either way, it's going to take a long while. And that would depend on both of our villages surviving, not just Graystan. As far as helping out James, I've got an idea. Anyone good at tying knots, we could go around just tying up the villagers in the town and testing them with cold iron, putting them away until we narrow down where this caster is, if they're hiding amongst the people. Otherwise, needle in the haystack.
I see flaws in that plan.
Yeah.
Loretta,
Yep.
you were saying something?
There is also the possibility we could help them and they could tell us to fuck off at the end. And not help us at all.
That's true.
So...
What did James say? That he knew some other community that might help us? We don't know any more information. We don't even know if that's true.
But a friend in need is a friend indeed.
And we've got nothing so far. So even the chance of a lead is more than we've had.
I just don't know if that's true. We are desperate,
We are.
but that doesn't mean that wasting our time becomes the right decision. Just puts us at greater risk to make hasty decisions at the thin promise of results.
What choice do we have?
Riri, do you have any ideas?
Part of me wants to, scratch each other's backs. Help them, they help us kind of thing, see where it goes. But you're right, ultimately we don't know if they'll keep that promise. Or that, the word.
Ulrich, do you have any ideas in mind how you could test someone's trustworthiness?
Test it? I'm not sure.
Some way to look at them and know if we're going in the right direction. Because you're right, it could be a mistake, but it also could not be a mistake, and I'd rather take a lead than go back empty-handed. But if it is a false lead, then it does put us behind, but so far, I think we're at the position that we need to take that risk right now. But if we were able to reassure you that James is saying the truth at face value, then that would be beneficial for everyone.
I don't think there's a way.
Sorry.
Please, go ahead.
I'd argue that we're already behind, so I don't know if we want to be more behind. But that's my opinion.
Sure. I don't know if there's a way to know if a man is trustworthy without more experience that will take more time than we have. But we had some sort of leverage on him, like he used against us.
Well, we know where all these women and children and innocents and non-combatants are. If you really want to get down to it, there's your leverage. James isn't all that capable combat-wise. I mean, look at him. I think I could probably take him in a fist fight.
I can be really threatening when I try.
Yeah,
I really have to try.
You and Ulrich both.
Aww.
Marissa's quite terrifying when she gets her mind down to it too, and Cassidy has surprised me in more than one way. Fighting with all of you has really opened my eyes.
I mean, I don't want to threaten a child, but if I have to...
I mean...
Damn! Thea looks appalled at you.
If you want to consider all options, we can go scorched earth, one might say.
What if...
I'm not really okay with it, but...
I don't think that will lead us to an alliance or anyone helping us, for that matter.
No.
If we twisted their arm and made it so that James had to keep up his end of the deal, that will buy us more security in the short term, but it would hurt his trust in us in the long term, since we're weighing those two.
I don't think any of us here are the type to put someone intentionally in harm's way for our perceived benefit. Even you,
Maybe
Rena.
not. But I think one or two of us could lie and say we would.
But again, that just undermines the goal, which is bringing home allies.
Is that the goal?
No, that's a secondary, if not tertiary goal. The goal is to save our village.
Someone who can help us. Okay, so how do we extract help from someone
That's
who's
exactly
unwilling?
The only help I foresee us getting is maybe access to the library, and that's it. And that's if there's anything there. There's no guaranteed help. We can't keep going off of hunches and maybes and what ifs.
Right.
We need something solid and something guaranteed. Because the longer we're away, the who knows, the village could be burned down to the ground by now, for all we know.
So what we need is a plan, not assistance.
What we need is, for now, I think, assurance.
Also, I could totally burn down the awake here if I needed to. I'm willing to go that far should I see the need. I want to make sure that that's clear.
It is now very clear, Tim. Thank you for sharing. So James wants to go into town at night to look for the root of this, right? Maybe today we put our foot down and insist that he introduce us to these great allies that he can apparently connect us to.
I think that's a solid plan.
If he can't show us who exactly he's offering, and he can't show us precisely how they can help us, then we have no reason to help him.
Other than
Yes,
their
Brenna?
hearts.
If the allies are so great, why haven't they helped them here?
The envoys?
Well, no, the other
No.
village or whatever.
The allies. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that he mentioned.
Did I say
Fair
it?
should
point.
ask
We can bring
James
that
then.
up.
Valid.
I'm not trying to disagree with everything. I'm just trying to see the other points
No.
of it.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
I think at the moment, really, these people, they're in our hands. We don't have to threaten them. In one fucked up way, we already have them hostage because James needs our help. So, do we ask James to make an introduction? And then we'll go from there?
I don't think it's unfair to ask for assurance before taking on such a request. Reassurance.
That's true, but I agree that we don't need to resort to threats at this time. I don't think it would gain us anything, but it could potentially lose us some trust.
Right. No threats, but at least ask that we get introduced to these allies so that we have proof that they exist, for one.
So that's our next step. Show us our potential allies, and then we will help you, or we'll consider helping you.
We'll have to see what these allies can offer.
We need a code word if we need violence enacted. Sorry.
My
What's,
God. Rutabaga, rutabaga.
What's the name of the envoy who grabbed you, Renna?
Callus.
No, they might know that. Say go full Braylon.
Okay.
Full Braylon.
Say less.
Ricky. Ay.
Don't bring Ricky into this.
Listen, I gotta
That's a
add
good
some-
word.
Go full Braylon.
Go
Or
for
Ricky.
Braylon.
Ricky.
Ricky instill creates anger within Ulrich, so I see the association.
Yeah.
Wait, so are we going Ricky or Braylon? Which one?
We'll figure it out in the moment.
If you hear either, you should probably start fighting.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. All right,
Start throwing punches, throwing daggers.
you ready then?
Yep.
Ready.
Well,
Uh,
while you all are going to be talking to James, I'm gonna mingle a bit. I'm gonna talk to the people and just catch some
It is-
perspective.
That would
Katie,
be fantastic.
don't get too attached.
I said I was going to gain some perspective. Be easy, Ranger.
We don't have a lot of time for that.
how she still calls him Ranger.
Well, you don't have to wait up for me if you don't want to.
It's true, she could just hop groups. I would miss you, by the way.
Oh, I'd miss you too, Tim. And she smiles at the group of you and trods into the lanes of lean-tos and tents. Anthea says, I'm going to go with her too. Just, seems like a good idea. She...
Bit too attached, Anthea.
Okay, don't be too angry. Anyway, you were going to go look for James. Okay.
I think so, yeah.
The sun reflecting off the man's bald head is very easy to see from a distance. As his hood is down, and he's probably the only bald guy nearby, so you do find him.
Poor guy.
Shines with the radiance of the sun.
Yes, future sun god. He's just speaking with some villagers. He's speaking to a. Let me find the description. This 6 foot tall, muscular individual with a beard and like black, shaggy hair. His skin is almost a crimson color. He's got like a tunic and pants on, and they're just conversing back and forth to each other. And, he looks over at the group of you, and he, that was quick. Was everything okay?
You said you had allies you might introduce us to in return for our help?
Yes. Yes, I do. That is correct. By the way, this is Ash that I had mentioned to you. And he gives a bow of his head. Pleasure to meet you.
I'll reciprocate.
Been a while since I've seen any kind of new people before, so if you get some weird looks, that might be why we ain't exactly used to new people, so.
Would explain a lot. I think we'd have a similar reaction in our hometown. Mr. Ash.
Yeah.
What's your stockpile of cold iron?
Well, right around here, I just have a few implements, a couple of blades. Wasn't really able to grab and run, but I do believe I got a couple of spears and maybe a sword or two in a smithy. Never really intended on stockpiling that sort of weaponry. Never really seemed necessary. It was just more of like part of the hobby,
Yeah.
It's just a new material to make it out of, so that's what I did. But there's some stuff in there.
Okay.
We can manage to get into it if that's what you're thinking.
And how might we be able to discern what the smithy is? Is there any notable designs? Any description you can offer?
Well, it's got a big fucking stove in it.
All right. That
Big
should be
old
enough.
furnace. Something for, I mean, it ain't going to be lit now, I imagine, but go get into it. It's mostly open air. There's a small building at the back. Yeah, that's about it. Didn't really want to enclose it. It gets too damn hot. It's
I
very
think we
big.
might be getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. We'd like to meet your friends, James.
Oh, well, it takes about a day to get in touch with them, and I can give you something. I can't bring you to them directly. I can do something close. The reason I know my contacts, I think they might be able to speak for themselves. I hope so, at least. Come with me.
Can I just roll insight in
Yeah.
general on my friend here? All right,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm surprised it took this long for someone to roll in.
Listen, some of us trust James.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 10. Why? Why?
A 10.
We just had a whole discussion on how.
Previous
I mean,
things.
you don't get the impression that he's hiding anything. When you ask to meet the contacts, he does look like a little, like he kind of has this expression of, well, shit, that's going to be hard right now. But he doesn't look like he's, you know, you do not get the impression that he is giving you falsehoods. But he brings you along and just, you know, not away from this place, just over to another collection of tents. And he's looking around and he goes, hey, Callista, where's Nathan? I'm looking for him. Our friend's here. I want to meet him. And Callista, as you are familiar with the names, she is appears to be half elf, fair skin with a light dusting of freckles across her face, and blonde hair that reaches all the way down to the small of her back. And she looks and she says, he should be back shortly. I think he's just collecting some firewood. I'm not sure. And you know, you wait around for a couple of minutes, and eventually, this very tall, like near 7 foot tall, towering male, dark gray skin, with kind of like a tint of blue to it, almost square jaw, and just carrying like this armload of wood, and he just looks like he has this pleasant smile on his face as he's walking up, and he just kind of drops it on the ground. He goes, "Oh, hey James, how's it going? Do you need something?" And he motions to him, and he goes, "This is Nathaniel. He comes from the mountain. Oh, hey, how's it going?" He has others like him. His clan. He chose to stay with us, but he has a clan of people out in the mountains, that family, friends that are very capable. Yeah, you know, it just wasn't my kind of livelihood to live up in the mountains. I'm not really the kind of violent type. I like to keep to myself and help people. But yeah, they know how to bash some skulls. There's
Poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison.
Yeah. I've seen them myself, and while they are of an aggressive nature, if you can make it worth their while, and I think I can, they'll help you out. But yeah, they're like him. There might even be some bigger guys up there. I don't know. Oh yeah, easily.
So, the people that belong to Nathaniel's clan.
Yeah.
Clan that belongs to Nathaniel.
Yeah, Nathaniel's clan. The clan that belongs to Nathaniel. That's what he said, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Why haven't they been able to help you out with your village problem here?
I don't want to leave them. If I do, and the Fae find us, it's over. I could at least put up some sort of defense. I can protect. It's too risky. It's too far. It's a day's travel to get to them.
Not likely
Anybody
that,
else that, huh?
Not likely that Nathaniel could make that trip then.
He looks up at Nathaniel and he just goes, mouths no, and just shakes his head. Anybody that I would send to make that contact is asleep.
Roll insight on.
Mm-hmm.
Nathaniel seems capable enough.
What's that?
15. Nathaniel seems capable enough, but total of 15 on insight.
Insight on James.
This whole exchange with James and Nathaniel.
Um, James has been pretty adamant about not leaving the villagers behind. They're not far from Saxondale, so his attempts to go in at night probably not as dangerous as going a whole day's travel away from them. Um, and Nathaniel just looks like such a happy guy. I mean, how could you expect this guy to fight anybody? So,
I don't want him to fight anybody. I just expected he'd go talk to his clan.
no.
We need to
Um,
talk to squirrels.
Stop me if this has been answered and I missed this, but
Mhm.
why doesn't James stay here and protect his people while Nathaniel brings us to his people and introduces us?
Well, that's what I will do. I will allow that connection. I need help. And I know you need help too. That's where the exchange is. I know I'm asking for trust. But to be fair, look around you. I'm giving you a lot of trust just by letting you stand here. But that's the exchange.
Nathaniel, have you ever heard of Ironwood?
Yeah, I think I have actually. Yeah, I've heard of Ironwood.
You ever, I don't know, punched a hole in it?
Me? Yeah, I'm not sure. I could always give it a shot, though.
Give it a shot.
I'm not really the confrontational type.
Is anyone from your village the confrontational type?
Oh yeah, that's why I'm here, because I just couldn't cut it. They're a rowdy bunch. It's a clan. Have you never heard of a Goliath before?
No, but I'm
I-
quite delighted to.
I'm gonna guess no.
Oh, very nomadic. It's pretty cold up there in the mountains, and they're able to survive in nothing but a loincloth. So they're pretty tough. They got lots of muscles, and you know, they beat the shit out of owlbears for fun. Owlbear wrestling, kind of like how people like to pig wrestle. Well, they do that with the owl. Like they don't fuck around.
Well, I guess the cold would keep things close to the skin, but damn.
Well, it doesn't really, I mean, it's the environment they live in. I don't miss it too much. But yeah, no, they're very capable people.
Cassidy's just going, boing.
He'll look to the rest of you guys and say, "Are we satisfied?"
I'm satisfied.
Anyone not satisfied?
I feel like we got our answers pretty straightforward.
All right.
Is right. He's invited 5 unknown armed travelers in the midst of all of these people. That is him giving us a chance.
Tim, do you have any way you could I've seen you the way you read magic. Do you think you could follow that to the source of this?
I think it'd be fun to try.
Oh.
If this is, yeah. Mine's more of a learned thing. I think between me and Anthea, we stand a chance because this is more the face stuff.
Huh.
This is more innate. Worth a shot,
Your desire for books makes sense now.
doesn't it?
Duh.
All right. Well,
We-
is Ash still about?
I
Is he
mean, you
nearby?
could see him from where you are. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's all see if we can find a piece of cold iron. Tim, be thinking about ways you can track down whoever or whatever is doing this. I don't want to have to just go from house to house.
I have a suggestion for the cold iron.
Yeah, please.
Well, I don't think it would necessarily ingratiate us or be very helpful if we just walked around stabbing people with cold iron daggers.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we could reforge some piece of cold iron into a medallion of sorts and fasten it to a glove or a handshake. So as we introduce ourselves to the new persons, if we see smoke, we know what we're dealing with.
It's not a bad idea. Though, would that cause a fight? The first Fae we find?
Maybe, but at least we would know the target is accurate.
Fair enough.
Short of stabbing everyone in the village to see what happens.
Alright. But I do think we should all be armed with cold iron, so just one doohickey should be enough.
Consider it a safety, right?
Well, Ash said that most of his cold iron supply is in the village proper, so it's not like we can go in fully equipped. We have to equip ourselves there, perhaps.
We'll see what Ash has.
All right.
Did I misunderstand? Like, Ash has some here, he was saying, right? That was the inventory he
A
was
couple. Yeah.
given? A couple. Yeah, okay. Alright.
I wonder if I could. If I could fit anything onto the bottom of my staff.
A little foot. Little disc.
Yeah, a little wrapping. Cold iron.
Cold iron banding.
Yeah.
Could
I don't know the terms, so I'm thank you
make
for
it to be
chipping in.
decorative.
Let's,
He doesn't like decorating their staff.
alright.
It's already got a topper, so.
I don't know. Unless anyone else has any ideas for this plan for tonight.
I think that's kind of what I was thinking along the lines of, but sounds better put together. I figured we'd just tie people up after we test them and keep them out of the way, because I don't like collateral damage.
I'm not following the tie people up part.
Well, they're under a spell. We don't know exactly how much control this spellcaster has over them. We remember what happened with Myrna, right?
Hmm.
Don't know if that's going to be similar or not. If these people aren't innately Fae, then putting them out of our way, potentially harm's way, could be best.
So you want to tie up the sleeping village members before
Yeah.
touching them with cold iron.
No, I want to touch them first. But I guess
If you're gonna do both, you should tie them first.
probably.
Oh my god.
This is why Cassidy's like, you're the smart one. I'm not following.
Colby's
Ugh.
asleep right now. I drank some coffee, but
Coffee.
My issue with that plan is I think it's best that we avoid any need to just go door to door. I don't think we'll have a lot of time. We don't need to figure out which of every villager is or isn't Fae.
it's true. But I'm trying to. I mean, we're not. Some of us are. Don't get me wrong. But I'm gonna look at myself and then look at Cassidy. The rest of us aren't really all that stealthy. We're not that quiet.
I mean, I can.
You can mitigate some
I'll
of that.
put
A
that,
good bit of
yeah.
it, yes.
She can make you quiet.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Finding the Fae would find
Hey.
the spellcaster. If the spellcaster is going to be a Fae, that's a start.
Right.
You see
Plenty of
Rena
good
in the
ways to make
background.
people quiet.
Oh my god. You see Rena in the background just playing with some random cat she found in the village, and she's like, "Did somebody say the code word?"
No.
Oh,
not
okay, never
harm
mind.
Do not harm the cat.
Wow.
Oh, I would never. Not the kitty.
You gotta throw a displacer beast at us next.
Please don't.
Please don't,
I'm still
yeah, no.
For all
heartbroken
you
over.
know, it's already in the cards.
I'm still heartbroken over Star.
Oh, oh, my heart. Anyway, Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Mm.
I
Oh, I
if we're
forgot
done
about
making
that.
plans for the night, I would like to personally spend some time with Ash and see if I could learn anything about their smithing methods here.
I think all of us should prepare and or rest before tonight, but just make sure we're all on the same page. Tim,
Mhm.
do you think you can seek out the source of this without having to just go door to door?
I don't have any spells for that sort of thing. I would just rely on my own organic abilities. Well, I could do detect magic actually, but I'm not sure how far that would go.
It might be worth a shot. All right,
I'm gonna
so
need to get a
we'll
rest
all
then.
we'll load up with Cold Iron, Cassidy, Yule. I don't know how to phrase it. The medallion. It's a good idea.
Forge?
Yes. And I guess the rest of us just keep your energy up. I don't know how late this is going to take, so I don't know. I kind of want to sleep, honestly.
What time of day is it right now, Mr. D?
It is around 2, 3 o'clock.
It might just be enough. It might just be enough time for me to get in a long rest to switch around my spells. Otherwise, detect magic's going to be ritual cast.
It reaches 30 feet from your person,
And-
by the way.
Lasts up to 10 minutes, so
While you're all having your discussion, you do occasionally see Anthea walking around the encampment. She's got this little girl with her that's holding her hand, and she's just talking to her. And Katie's just off, like, joking with some people. You know, you hear her laugh, you know.
You imagine the cat that I picked up was actually Anthea. I've been carrying her around this whole time. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
I just really like ear scritches, alright?
Yeah.
and salmon.
And salmon, yes.
But, James asks you, I can't say we have a lot, but if you need anything, we got some food. Some of the fellas are out doing a hunt right now. Usually bring back some good stuff. So there's food and plenty of water if you need it. If I can introduce you to anybody, you already met Ash, and you've met. Oh my God, what was the Goliath's name?
Nathaniel?
Thank you, Nathaniel. You've already met them. You just let me know.
James, is there a patch of grass that you can point out for us to bed down later tonight?
Certainly.
That way
Yeah.
we know where to reconvene.
Yeah. He does. He shows you an area where you could set up. It's really not very far at all from where they are. Help, and he, if you ask for help, he'll help you set up. I know you all feel like you don't have a choice because I'm holding the promise of help over your heads in exchange for your services, but you could just as much just walk away, so thank you for choosing this path.
James, don't remind me.
Huh? What was that? Don't what?
Remind me.
Hmm.
Oh, no. It's okay. If this all works out, it's okay.
I hope it will.
It's give and take, James. We just have a lot to lose, as do you.
So, I gotta ask, do you guys just walk around with the envoys like this all the time? And we're gonna go to break. All right, and we're back. Hello. I think we're just waiting on Ulrich to come back. I should just talk like this until he arrives.
Seconded.
I'm
A whole one shot speaking like Ricky.
I'm good with the Kronk voice too.
Oh, you mean this one? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good one. I was using this voice for 3 hours every Thursday or Friday, Saturday
Yeah,
until
that's
the
his name.
character died.
Patrick Warburton.
What, Amber?
I like that voice.
Thanks. I like this voice too.
Just expecting the squeaking, squeak, squeaking.
Squeak, squeaker.
Squeak, squeak.
Squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeak.
Need to run into a group of squirrels.
Hi, chat. I hope you're all having a good night and enjoying the chaos. Oh yes, happy N7 day.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good, very good.
Did you see the little
Mike?
thing they released?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Go do a look. It's like 30 seconds. It tells you nothing and everything at the same time. It's great.
Yeah.
I love those things.
And also, I know we kind of already said thank you and everything, but welcome to Wolf Dragon Crow and the Lord of Bleh for joining us tonight and following. You guys are awesome. I love all these subs. Thanks, gang.
Hello, everyone.
There he is.
Sorry it took me so long. It's hard to pee in this outfit.
You wore
Fair.
your pants? It's dedication.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You don't just have like a Snapple bottle under the desk. Is that just me? Sorry.
And that's a you thing.
Keep a cat.
Does anyone want a cookie?
Oh god damn.
Yes,
Oh
shove it through the computer and give it to me.
I bought
Here you
crumble
go.
cookies today.
Mom.
Crumble cookies.
Yeah. Hold
The
on.
hell's a-
Hold on. I need to bring
Oh!
them. I need to. I
Like
apologize.
the brand crumble.
Probably.
Ah,
Never heard of it, but
we have
One
one near
moment.
us.
oh,
Or,
yeah.
well, I have one near me, and it's like, whew.
One moment, chat, as we indulge in everyone's snacks.
Snacks
We
are
like
important.
food here.
C's for cookie.
Snacks are like a pillar of the Dungeons and Dragons experience.
These are crumble cookies.
Yes.
We're being
Oh.
authentic.
Hand for,
Yep.
you know, perspective.
You
I
know,
can't hear anybody.
Wow.
Oh my god, those look
you know,
Caramel
there's
frosting
this
cream.
thing called bribing the
Sea
DM,
salt
and I'm
cookies
not
and cream.
above it.
Yes, you are. I have personal experience on this. I cannot use wife privilege against the DM, guys.
We'll look for cookie.
Jesus.
Will cookie for lick.
I did it
What?
all for the cookie. The
What
cookie.
cookies are we talking about here?
All of the above.
Mhm.
Hey, Diff!
Hey, dude.
Ponytail adjustment. Whoopsie.
If you were in here earlier, sir, and I didn't notice, I apologize. Welcome in. Oh, yes, there you are, all the way up there. I see you.
Oh,
What the heck just
Oh
happened?
my word.
What?
Thank you, player
Thank
hater
you.
gaming.
Yeah, thanks, man, or lady, or other.
Oh,
I take it you choose to hate the player rather than the game? Is that what your
Oh.
name means?
Well, hey, hello, and thank you for coming in. That was very nice of you.
Yeah, it was really
yes,
nice.
sweet
Oh my
pea.
word.
God!
What in the world?
What is happening? What? I walked away for 5 seconds.
Explosions. Hype train is going. Hell yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Woo!
Hype train is closed.
Yay!
We're just, yes, we are. We're just finishing our break, so we're a little bit out of character still, but we're going to be heading back into it if you want to stick around, Player Hater Gaming.
Very happy to have you, player hater.
Yes, yes,
We appreciate your support.
yes, always. support and just hanging out and having a good time,
Do you
these
want
are
a
the
bite of
things
the
we like.
cookie?
Yes, you're 4 minutes away.
They're so good. Except it
Book
was $26 for 6 of those cookies. But
Oh my God.
They're expensive. They're
Holy
pricey.
shit.
they're
Yeah.
big
I'm
though. I mean,
not-
literally, I know I got tiny hands, but like big cookie.
Awesome, Player Hater Gaming. We will look forward to seeing you in Discord.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you.
Fantastic.
And feel free to check us out on YouTube if you can't pay attention now.
Yeah, if you want
True,
to catch up on the
yeah.
show. Yes, if anybody needs to catch up, YouTube, or if you don't have time for YouTube but you listen to a lot of podcasts, it's all in the link tree.
Shall we,
Yeah.
friends?
We're everywhere. But yes. So you all are making camp for what are we trying? Tim's trying for a long rest, right?
Can we
Okay.
get a long rest in time?
Well, if you do get a long rest now, which is defined as 8 hours, it would be around 11 o'clock that you'd be rising. I'd say roughly somewhere between 11 and midnight. We'll say. Tim wants a long rest. I'm assuming because he needs to refill his spell slots.
Well, if I don't get the long rest in, it depends on when James wants to start. I can manage without it.
But you'd rather have it if you could.
I would like to.
I don't see any reason not to try.
I also would.
I can do one.
I blew everything on the shambling mound, so.
Am I able to schmooze and talk while
Yes,
working towards the long rest?
you certainly can.
Good to know. Answers my question as well. Thank you.
I'd like to schmooze a little bit of Ash and possibly Nathaniel.
Okay. Go ahead. Pick your poison. Who's it going to be first?
Make sure it's not
I'm-
Cusco's.
I'm gonna introduce myself to Ash and say, hey there, I'm Cassidy from Greystand, and I'm the smith in our village.
Oh, are you now? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I am Ash, as James has said earlier, and I, as you know, am the smith for our village. It's been a while since I had somebody in the same trade to speak to. What can I do for you, Miss Cassidy?
So, you've been out here for a while, so you haven't been in your actual shop since this whole incident started.
Yes, it's been a minute.
Is there what kind of things do you make in your smithy? What are
Well,
you able to provide for your town?
well, it's mostly items of utility. Although I do enjoy making weapons, I have a variety of different armaments that I make. Sort of depends on what the gods in the village like to fight with. I got one of them that likes to fight with a trident. Have you ever seen one of those before?
Can't say that I have.
It's sort of like a pole arm, but it's got a big old fork on the end of it. I can't say why I understand he would use such an implement, but it is what he prefers, and he is thorough, so I do not tell him no.
It's like a spear, but more so.
It's like a 3-headed spear.
With extra stabbing power.
But various weapons for the gods, but mostly just things of utility. Nothing too fancy. But we work with iron. I've tinkered with gold a little bit, but it's kind of a soft material. It's not really, I'm a little too rough on it. I would need somebody with more of a delicate touch if I was to get something done with gold. I have even had the privilege of working with a little bit of, I think James called it platinum. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And that's some sturdy material. You got to get the forge real hot for that. So,
Can I roll and see if I'm familiar with platinum? Because I know our village didn't have it. See if my mother ever taught me about that.
I'm gonna say that you just don't know about it.
Just don't.
Just don't. Yeah. It's not a mineral that you have around your village. It's not something your mother would know about either.
Platinum. I've not heard of that. My village has a mine. The gold and silver are so intertwined. We just forge it down into electrum because it can't really be effectively isolated.
Oh.
That's what we make our coinage out of. Do you mint coins here for your village?
Corn? What do you mean? What's
Currency, pieces of metal to use as a baseline currency.
No, we don't got nothing like that. People usually just, barter system, just chickens for chickens, that sort of thing, whatever they want to trade. We're all pretty self-sufficient, help one another out. If somebody really wants something, though, it's usually a trade, some sort of bartering.
JT, I don't want to give you too much trouble, but why would anyone trade chickens for chickens?
Oh, yeah, no, I know. It's fine.
Yes, you do want to give him trouble. Don't sass.
Regular
So
chicken
you
for a
don't
blue
have-
chicken. I want the
Yeah.
blue
Yeah.
chicken.
Jesus, haven't you played Stardew Valley?
Gosh.
I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry, everyone.
How dare you?
How dare I open my mouth when on this subject of which I know nothing.
Yeah,
You are
you go
channeling your inner Ulrich right now.
talk to Braylon about what happens when you crossbreed or interbreed chickens. All
He
right.
said the word.
Kill him!
I didn't say
No.
full Braylon.
Renna starts taking out her rapier. It's like,
This was out of
Are we
character.
doing this now?
We don't got anything like that, though. You said, did you call it electrum?
Yes. We
Hmm.
alloy the silver and the gold from our mine because it's so intermingled. We really can't successfully separate it. So we just let it all come together.
You find it effective?
It's not quite as soft as gold, but not quite as precious, I suppose you could say. But
Sort of an in-between.
sure, it's what we have, so it's what we use.
You make do with what you. That's how it is. Sounds like you could use a more variety of minerals.
For sure. Electrum nails aren't terribly efficient.
I imagine from the sound of it, you go through a lot of them.
We don't have much iron, but maybe after this is all over with your village and my village, if we're both around to talk about it, we can compare notes, Ash.
I think I would like that.
Yeah, you're the only smith I've met other than my mother, who's the master, and my apprentice.
Oh, you're a family business then.
It just happened to work out that way.
Oh.
I'm an Earth Genasi, I suppose. I'm somewhat affiliated with minerals in the land.
If it was not blatantly obvious, I am a fire genasi. What a coincidence.
She's gonna take a step back and give him a look to check out his fire genasiness.
It's noticeable. Almost a crimson coloration of skin. His eyes actually have an orange tint to them that seem to glow a little.
Is he hot?
Yeah, he's hot.
Nice.
Yeah, Cassidy's just like,
He just smiles at you and he says, I'm sure as long as all this goes the way that James hopes it does, that we could compare notes and figure something out.
well, hopefully we're successful. It would be conducive to both of our villages being alive.
Yes, I do agree.
And she just takes a deep breath and sighs and stands there.
All right. Well, we'll leave that there for a second. Does anybody else? I know you still have someone else you want to talk to. Does anybody else want to talk to anybody? Is there curiosities at hand?
I'd love to talk to Callista.
Okay. Okay. Easy enough. She hasn't really moved from where you last saw her. She's just kind of sitting there. You know, not really being much of a leader from the looks of it.
Okay, that's fine. Looking to pick her brain. I'll give her a wave, introduce myself.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings. My name is Tim.
Hello, Tim. Callista, Neowing.
Near wing? Like not far?
Right.
Okay. Thank
You're
you.
correct.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Callista.
Pleasure.
Two of your farmers actually told me I should seek you out because I was looking for the person in charge.
That is typically me, yes, although since our awakening, I seem to have fallen out of place. I'm
It's
not very
okay.
much of a leader right now.
It's fine. We all have our places in different contexts and circumstances. Seems you have a good man there, James.
Yes,
Very dedicated.
yes. He, from a place that I would have not expected, but yes.
What did James do before the awakening?
I have always known James to be the tavern keeper. Always very friendly. Always good with the villagers. But yes, he
It would
ran
involve
our tavern.
That would involve him pretty closely, all the villagers.
Mm-hmm.
Does explain his care, his passion.
He is very passionate, yes. Him and people tend to go to him when they are in need of advice. Second only to Nathaniel.
That's fantastic. I'm a farmer first, and I'm also a bit of a few other things as well. I teach classes to our children, our village, and I'm working on furthering our village's education. We don't have a library yet, but I'm working on founding that.
That's wonderful.
Collecting some books, several different purposes.
Mm-hmm.
One day, I expect that I might even be an elder in our nice little village. And with that in mind, I believe that we're a distance off, but I wanted to put an idea in your head. Maybe you could pass it on to whoever else if it comes down to that. I don't know about you guys. Actually, I think James might have mentioned it. But we're secluded. Our only contacts are the Envoy.
Right.
And I think that it would do well for us to try and change that. To work towards that.
Wish to have a connection of some sort between us, between our villages.
I think it would do us both good. Seeing us get past this current roadblock that each of us have. I think working forward in the future would be good for both of us. Trade, education, information, those sorts of things.
Yes, that would be beneficial. I'm sure that we both have our own strengths, and it would be nice to have a neighbor.
Even if we are more than a week away in travel, yes. It's been a delight to find y'all here in its own way. Not under these circumstances, of course, but
Right. Well, it is interesting to know that there are more out there. It's good. Had we been in a better situation, I believe this would call for more of a celebration. But,
I'd definitely be partying. I'll tell you that much. A town
Perhaps-
library.
perhaps after all of this is over with, we can do something.
I'll definitely be working towards it on my end. Well, that's all I had for you. Let me take up too much of your time. We've got to get prepared for tonight. I just wanted to put that little bug in your ear.
Okay. Thank you, Tim. This is a
Thank you as
pleasure
well.
meeting you.
Likewise.
Meanwhile, over with Ulrich and the twins.
Hmm.
So you always just travel around with a couple of your envoys?
We're supervising what's happening. Oh no, supervising is not the right word. We're just trying to see what's going on, get a first-hand experience.
So you don't plan to help, you're just watching.
That is how they do things, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
These two have been more helpful than the others, at least.
Mm.
I don't know. I like having them around.
Some tend to be more than others.
In your experience,
Mm-hmm.
how often they came here to your village? How often?
About every 10 years. Every now and then one of them would pop in and check on things and then leave. Not really.
One of them?
Yeah, one of them. Not the whole group. Every 10 years we'd get the group of them, but we had one that would always come around, make sure we were doing okay.
And who's
Same
that?
ones?
Sorry.
No, please. I was gonna ask that too.
What was what? I'm sorry.
Who is that? Who normally comes around?
That's Quest.
Any others?
Well, the group that comes around is Quest, Vanity, and Honor.
But Quest would show up
Yeah,
unannounced.
yeah. She'd always come and check on us. Well, not always. That's pushing it. It's yeah. She's one of the good ones.
How long would she stay when she would come to check on you?
Just for a couple of days. If that.
Do you ever think she might be visiting someone?
Well, she usually made her rounds. She has she'd come and check on a handful of us, and she'd go see Callista. She'd come see me. And I don't know who else she was going to discuss with, though. Didn't really think about it. She didn't give me a reason to distrust her. So,
What do you think, Fisher? Do you know Quest?
I've heard of her. I've never spoken with her myself, but
Deception
character.
roll.
We need to come up with a name for Arissa's stat.
fuck yeah.
We did
Dabber.
discover the Quest statue in Grix.
Mm-hmm. I remember
So
that.
not far-fetched to say that she knows of her.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a good point. Yeah,
Yeah.
that does play a part in the DC.
Semantics. How we love them.
It's not technically lying. That's my favorite little loophole whenever I have to make a deception check.
Never thought about being a lawyer?
I'd cry. I'd cry in front of so many people.
I'm paying you to cry.
Oh, we need to take recess. I'm sorry.
But Your Honor, please.
I still require a roll.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
As this is a continued deception, information aside, you are continuing to play this facade.
That's fine because apparently Rena is great at lying.
Uh-oh.
18.
Make a note, guys. She's great at lying. He just nods.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, it wasn't any of my business. You know, she wasn't hurting anything.
Is there anyone you felt like she maybe spent a little bit more time with?
Nobody really comes to mind.
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
19.
Hold on, you know what? He's holding something back there.
Him.
What?
I said it was him.
Oh.
Come on, James. Be honest with me.
It's none of my business.
It could be helpful.
I don't think so. Doesn't matter to me if she's spending more time with someone else or not.
Are you sweating a little bit, James? You looking a little shiny.
I don't know if you've been paying attention, but it's the first day of summer. We're all sweating.
Ooh, James getting spicy.
I can't relate.
Look, Fisher, whatever your name is, I respect your position and power. But you're not pushing me around here, all right?
Oh, of
Fuck
course
yeah,
not, James.
stick it to him, James.
Dude.
Is that how you always talk to the envoys?
I was gonna say, an envoy would grab your throat for talking like that.
When necessary, if I have to.
Only an unstable one.
Ulrich likes
Oh.
James now.
Fuck off! Wow!
Like I said, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but
You
don't
do, it's
survive
okay.
by getting stepped on.
It's okay.
No, you just
People
feel
are-
alive like that.
Your people are lucky to have you, James. And that includes how well you've strong-armed us into helping you.
I gotta look out for them. And you know what? One day I hope I can look out for you guys too. I hope to at least do that by pointing you in the right direction with Nathaniel's people.
When things are settled down, I hope he can be actual friend.
Well, here's to the future then.
Cassidy's looking at Ulrich and just giving a faint smile.
Oh. Character
Like
growth.
he's never done this before.
Rena is
He's never liked anyone.
Rena's wife.
making her standard pouty face.
Ulrich makes a pouty face right back at her.
It wasn't at you. It was at James.
Yeah.
I'm making fun of you.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the joke.
Wow.
Okay.
What are you rolling?
Rena is gonna go climb up a tree and go rest. Since everyone wants to be spicy with her.
Logical.
You're supposed to be resistant.
Go climb a tree, why don't you?
Just
Oh.
I thought you were resistant to getting roasted.
Ooh.
I can end this whole
That
stream
was
right
the
now. I have the
Ooh.
power. And just for the record, when I rolled, the fucking bitch came back as a 1. I'm done.
You were gonna hit him, weren't you?
I was
The dice
going
have
to.
spoken.
Look at that 1. She's
Honestly,
beautiful.
At least you use
Honestly,
it on
if
RP.
you're not actually dealing damage, you could slug him for flavor. Like,
Oh, okay. Right in the arm.
Wait, who's? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. He'll give you a little smile.
but yeah.
Is that a second one?
Yeah. Now I'm going in the tree.
Well, what about you, miss? You've been, you're kind of quiet over here.
You're on your own. Not
Marissa.
you, Luna. Sorry. Ulrich.
I prefer to observe.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully, if it calls for it, you all do more. The two of you do more than just observe. Need it.
I can't hear you that well, sir.
Oh, sorry.
Hopefully, if the time comes for it, the two of you do more than just observe if it's needed.
Oh, I've got more daggers than anyone can find.
He just gives you this look like, oh, like that completely
Is
like.
that relevant?
Where are you hiding them?
All right. Well,
Special sheath.
Oh God.
Oh, jeez.
all right. Well, I'm
Nature's pockets.
Do any of y'all speak Latin?
Kind of.
Some people will get that joke.
I'm not one of them.
Yeah, don't worry
Yeah.
about it. We'll just move on.
Don't worry about it. How many people speak Latin, Yurko? You know this.
It's a dead language, sir. Let
Yes.
it die.
I'm learning
Let
it.
it go.
That's right. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
learning it too.
Yeah, they're both learning it.
Why?
Because
He wants to be a cunning linguist, okay?
Oh.
Listen, whenever I go to apply for a job and it says Latin speaking preferred,
Yeah. Exactly.
I'll have that advantage over everybody.
Yep.
that includes teaching Latin.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah.
The fucking deadhead. All right.
James, just
all right. Well, I imagine that the hunters will be back eventually with food. I'm gonna go around and see the other village. If you need anything, just wave me down.
Same goes for us, James.
All right.
Cassidy, you were gonna talk to Nathaniel?
Yeah, but if anyone else wants to chat with him, they can take point, because I already had a good chat with Ash.
Okay.
If anyone was interested, that is.
Uh-huh. Anybody?
I say you go for it.
I'll be there.
There you go.
All right. So you said he is tall,
Almost 7 feet tall, yeah. He's a Goliath.
dark gray skin, and he seems to be quite delicate,
He's very jovial.
personality-wise.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He is jovial and not one for violence.
Mm.
I'm a pacifist.
Is he?
You don't know. He might be. Who knows?
I'm gonna walk over to him. Is he busy? Would I be interrupting him? Like, is he chatting or doing
He-
something?
Is standing near Callista, back straight, hands behind his back, and he's just kind of
Strutting.
just looking around, you know.
I'm gonna walk up behind / beside, maybe, so he might see me in his peripheral vision and go, Nathaniel, could I have a moment of your time?
Oh yeah, sure. You're one of the new people. I'm Nathaniel, as apparently you know already.
Yes.
What was your name?
I'm Cassidy from
Ah,
the village of Greystand.
no, it's good to meet you.
We're about 10 days out from here, and you as well.
Yeah,
You're,
it's quite the travel.
we are in quite a situation of need, so
Yeah,
we're
Yeah,
some of
we
the
all
more
see.
capable people in our village, so we decided to take it upon ourselves to seek aid.
Oh, well, that's very heroic of you.
Just I don't know if it's heroic. I just can't watch everything fall apart and do nothing. But
Yep.
your people,
Yeah.
your original village,
Uh-huh.
as I assume you treat Saxondale as your village now, but
I do.
what can we expect?
A lot of
Going
brute
to see them.
strength. Oh, going to see them.
Are they agreeable to outsiders?
Yeah,
Have you ever
well,
seen a situation where they've been diplomatic?
yeah, I mean, they're pretty diplomatic with James. He's they respect him. So, that's why he said he was gonna help you out with that. They're pretty they got a lot of brute force behind them. They like displays of power. So, um, it's that kind of situation. They're kind of a little. I feel like using the word tribal is a little rude, but it might be a good descriptor. I think they're pretty civilized in comparison to some of the guys you see walking around here, like the little goblins, stuff like that. But yeah, they they like the cold harshness of the mountain, so they're a little nomadic.
Well, I can't blame them for that. We're trying to lift ourselves out of being at the mercy of the wilds in Greystand, but truth be told, think about it, we're not that far elevated
Right.
from wildlings.
Well, you got 4 walls and a roof, right? I mean, that's a start.
Yep, I got that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Got my forge, got some weapons, got
Oh.
some farms for a steady supply of food.
I mean, it sounds like you're a good bit above what was that, a wildling? Sounds like you got it going pretty good. It's not too far off from what we got, I think.
Well, it could all come crumbling down pretty easily, as we've discovered, so
Yeah.
if we can help you guys, your help would be greatly appreciated.
Oh,
Either
yeah.
Saxondale or your village.
Yeah, James is a good guy. He sticks to his word. Pretty good.
Do you know what he plans to offer your people in exchange for their aid to our village?
Oh, no. I don't know. They might just owe him a favor or something. I have no idea.
Would they take kindly to, say, a gift of meat or such if we were to hunt on our way in to them? Should we get to that point?
Yeah, probably have to be a pretty, if you're gonna do something like that, make it something dangerous. Some dangerous meat, if you will.
Something impressive?
Yeah.
Something
Show us strength.
something battle won?
Mm-hmm.
Like old Snippy.
Yeah, not like a bungle or something. No offense to those beautiful beasts, but they're kind of slow.
Cassidy's just gonna kind of mockingly stretch her neck up a little when he says bungle.
Are you okay there?
Just being a bungle.
Oh, because of the neck. I get it.
Well, you're the first Goliath I've ever met, and
Yeah.
I must say you've made a nice impression. I hope the rest of your village is as agreeable as you are.
Well, I hope so too. And thank you for the kind words. I do my best.
Well, we're gonna be settling over there if you want to chat between now and tomorrow.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Have a good night.
You too, Cassie. He waves.
Tim's just been sketching out Nathaniel this whole time.
He looks at you and goes, "Can I move?"
You sure can, buddy.
Oh,
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, good.
Quick question for you.
Yeah.
Since you brought them up.
Huh.
The bungles.
Yeah.
You tend to any bungles?
Do I tend to the bungle?
Yeah. You seem like they'd probably get along with you pretty well.
I get along with them great. I don't really take care of them though. That's kind of that's the farmers in town do it. But I go over and I pet them all the time. Yeah.
Magnificent creatures.
They are. They're so sweet. You just got to get to know
Thank you for your time, Nathaniel.
them. Anytime. What's everybody doing?
I'm
now?
sitting on my bedroll going.
Yeah.
Is there room in the tree with Rena?
Sure.
Hey, Cassidy.
Climb it up. That's
want-
what this motion is.
You want the hut up?
Sure.
Do the hut.
I want some cool air. I'm gonna pop the hut, ritual cast.
No one out tinies the hut.
With its own
I spent
atmospheric conditions.
I spent like 7 seconds thinking of that one.
Wow. You know, I think we should get an advertisement deal for that. You know.
Yeah.
We could make it work.
Yeah, don't name them. Don't name them for free.
I'm not.
Right? No free clout from here.
Is
Tiny
that
hut.
our session title?
No one out tinies the hut.
Yeah.
It'd be a really stupid one. I think you shouldn't.
The last one was
Whoa,
tossing
whoa.
salad.
It is
Yeah.
kind of a reference to measurement, which is relevant.
Unless we used it in a pivotal way during the coming combat, I don't necessarily agree.
We'll discuss.
We
We'll
had a
discuss
side
this.
quest.
All right, behind the
Side
scenes
convo.
question.
We had Blue
breaking the fourth
Mountains,
wall.
which was in reference to Marissa's tits.
Yeah.
We
I
did.
don't remember that.
Yeah. Blue Mountains. Yeah.
The Blue
Yeah.
Mountains.
That's our.
You guys are terrible at episode names.
That's our second highest viewed episode on YouTube, by the way.
All right, maybe you're good
Oh,
at episode names. Who knows?
Titties brings them in.
Bring the Blue Mountains back.
It's the milkshake.
Ah.
Ulrich's in the tree with Rena.
And as you can see, we
Okay.
are the kings and queens and others of fourth wall breakage.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Go ahead, Ulrich. Ulrich's in the tree with Rena.
He's gonna climb his way up there, and he's gonna say, "So, our dear envoy Fisher, are you?"
You picked the worst name, Ulrich.
But you were fishing for information.
But you were fishing.
That's.
Are you pleased with our performance? Will you grant us your boon?
What?
Oh.
He said boon, not poon.
I said boon.
Ulrich wants Fisher's boon.
She
Piskim Pingwam Wellum.
she turns.
Sora gets that.
Guys, I think we need to get away from the tree a little bit.
Oh my god!
It's starting to get a little hot over there.
Yeah, listen, my makeup's already melting off, so let's not. She probably turns a slight shade of like reddish purple or whatever, and she's like, "I'm sorry, what?"
Are you enjoying
No.
the little role you have to play?
No, I don't want this. This is weird.
You're playing it really well, if I can say.
I think I have to choke people out to get them to, do what I want, though, but I don't think that. I realize what I said. I did not mean it that way. Don't look at me like that, please.
I'm trying not to, and I just can't.
Oh, God. She's just, Well, thanks, I guess. I don't like this job, though. This seems like a lot of work.
think we're too deep now. Unless you want to, break the news.
No, not really. They'll listen to me less then.
Maybe.
Pulling out's not an option.
What was that?
Nothing.
Speak up, Colby. Speak your mind.
So you're in too deep, so pulling out's not an option.
Don't accept that excuse.
Well, there's
No
always
one's
the
ever that deep.
possibility that when it's finished, there will be a mess afterwards.
It's gonna be fun.
Sorry, Mom.
My mom is downstairs right now.
I mean, that's what happens when you break someone's trust like this.
Hi, Mom. I forgot where we were.
Yeah, there's too many jokes. Every time Ulrich and Rena have like a little moment, it's just sex comments from everybody.
I'm very
including
sorry.
myself.
Everybody
Help
wants to
myself.
chime in. Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean, we're very
No,
much
no,
talking.
I'm kidding, obviously.
Yeah.
Ulrich asked Rena if she was enjoying her role pretending to be an
No.
envoy. Rena
No.
said,
Yeah.
"No, I hate this," and this seems like a lot of work.
Mhm. Well, again, I think you're doing well.
Well, thanks. I didn't really prepare for this, so
It would be weird if you did.
yeah. Riri's got the right idea of just, being like the silent observer. I want that role next time.
That is, that does seem like more their speed, huh?
Yeah, definitely. But it's interesting that Quest was coming here off schedule. I wonder if that was being done without the originator knowing?
Maybe. I mean, I think we know well enough at this point that the originator doesn't have an iron grip on every envoy.
Yep, my dad was showing up whenever, from what it seemed like. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's precedent then.
Yeah, I think my theory is that Quest was visiting James. But I suppose it's not my business.
For now, at least. Hopefully it's not relevant to everything that's going on. So, I don't know. It might be. He did say, why oh why would they target Saxondale? Who knows?
I think that's above my pay grade.
All of this is above our pay grade.
Yeah, that's true.
It's I signed up to look for a missing person in the woods. I do that once or twice a week. This is, I mean, I don't think any of us expected what we found.
No. No, not at all.
While we're on the subject, just wanted to say that I know it's been a bit difficult the past day or two with everything that's going on, and I feel bad a little bit because I kind of talked you into coming in here, and when you were concerned, I tried to reassure you, and now it feels like we swapped places a little bit. But I want to let you know that it's been easier with you around.
Yeah, it's been nice, being close with someone. So
I'm looking forward to having this behind us. And
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we could spend some time together that's not doesn't have all this hanging over it.
That'd be nice. That sounds nice. I have to show you how to fish.
And I have to show you how to hunt.
She looks sad for a brief second because you had been showing her how to hunt. She's just like, oh, I didn't do good, I guess.
Are you planning to sleep in this tree?
I'm planning to try.
All right. Well, I won't set up my bedroll below you then. Good
I'll
luck.
fall out. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what I'm. Yes, that's.
Yeah, don't.
That's what I was alluding to. Yes.
Just taking the rope out of her pack and just tying it.
Get some rest, and he'll slink his way down.
I'm sorry. What?
This is him gracefully descending.
I love it.
Thank you.
Okay. As the night is starting to come to a close, at some point, hunters do come back with food. They share what they can. Anthea and Katie have been spending their time mostly among the people and just, getting to know them. Anthea is the first to come back, and she's going to you, Rarissa. You can see as she's walking up to you, she's waving goodbye to that little girl you saw her walking around with earlier. She's got she's maybe like 5, maybe 4. She's got like curly blonde hair, just happily like runs off and waves, and Anthea turns to you and she says, "What so what's going on? What are we doing?"
Well, Katie's talking to people. Brenna's up in a tree. I think Alric coming down from that tree. That's where everyone is right now.
Well, I mean, are we gonna help them?
I think our plan is to go to the Goliaths, right? We're gonna go with Nathaniel to the Goliaths.
Are you asking out of character?
Yes.
After we help them, I think.
Yeah, James.
Oh, are we helping
won't
them
allow
first?
that until we
Yeah.
help James.
Okay. Yeah, we're helping them out. Or at least gonna see what we can do.
Good. These are. I know what Ulrich said, but these are really good people.
Well, you know how Alric is.
Mm-hmm. I know.
It's okay to have some suspicion, though.
Sure. I don't suspect the little girl, though. I mean.
That's how.
What? What?
I said that's how they get you.
Oh, okay.
That is how they get you. I wanted to say that too.
They
Well,
curse trust child.
If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I don't think.
Well, all we can really do is do what we said we were gonna and help them out. And
Yeah.
what happens
I'd like,
from there?
if it helps Gray Stand, then that's a good reason to help them. And also just because I want to help them. They've lost a lot. I know that there's a chance that we can too, or maybe we already have and we don't know.
But I don't know, I'm just trying to think right now.
Only hoping that's not the case.
Me too. I don't want to see anything happen to Grace, Dan. But
In any case, more allies the better, I think.
yeah, for sure.
Like an overall good situation.
I hope so. I don't know. How are you doing? Are you well?
For the most part, yeah. Still kind of I don't think I'll ever get it out of the mind about who we met back in Thrix.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't really talked about that. I'm sorry. We could talk about it right now. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, I mean, it's I kind of been struggling with the thought that, I brought that on our group. In a way.
Oh. I don't think you did anything wrong. You trust him. He was only trying to help. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it brought us here.
It did.
It might not have been the original goal, but we're here.
Just keep moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Just pets your arm. She's like, it's gonna be okay.
Thanks, Anthony.
Of course. And what about the statue? Was pretty crazy too, huh?
Yeah. Specifically Dad? Yeah.
That would be the one. Yeah. That would be the one. Did it make you angry? You seemed a little rar.
I think some people would say I seem that way quite a lot. But there were definitely some feelings there. Haven't it suddenly shows up in a statue form. Like, what is up with that? What is up with that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty impressive. Is it impressive or is it? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I didn't know much about him anyway. So.
Yeah. I think it means your dad's really old.
Oh, yeah, there's that too.
Well.
Where else he's been?
Who knows? But, I mean, I don't know. I'm not good at this. I'm not quite sure what to say. I'm here for you. Anything you need.
I know, Anthea. Same to you, we about going to the place where you've been, haven't been in a long time. Been thing. Yeah.
No, I was born here.
Yeah.
That's where my family's from. Yeah.
I look forward to that, and I hope you are okay with it.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
would.
listen, if we suddenly found out that like my dad was from some other like, I mean, you knew, but you know, like just stay with me here for a second. Like if we found out that our dad was suddenly from like some place, right, and I'd never been, I'd want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what I could find out about myself there?
Yeah. I'm kind of interested if anybody remembers my parent.
Right. So I get it. And I hope you get that chance.
I hope so too. Yeah, that would be cool.
Out of character, so many kitties right now.
Yeah. She just kind of leans into you and puts an arm around you and just rests her head like on your shoulder.
She'd be like pat 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 pat.
Hey, you know, I don't know what's making me want to talk about this. When we first met, you were, well, it was when we started doing the apiary stuff. I mean, I know it's been a while now. It's How old do you think I am?
What? How old are you?
That's not the game.
Why are we playing a game? How old are you?
I asked the question first. You get the answer, but you have to guess.
I mean, I kind of always assumed we were around the same age.
She blushes when you say that. Well, you didn't really meet me beforehand, so I always kept to myself. My parents passed away about 60 years ago. I've been around for a little bit. I'm 125. My people live for a really long time.
Clearly.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm still pretty young.
Well, yeah, you look it.
I will.
I don't
for
know
a
how
long
that works,
time.
but
We mature quickly, and we live for a long time. My parents were hundreds of years old when they came here.
This is gonna really complicate your relationship.
wait.
I don't
Were
know.
you were you around when Dad was coming? Not like, but like when he was into the village.
Yeah. Yeah. I was. I never met him. I just saw him a couple of times.
Okay.
That's
okay.
Up until I started doing the apiary work, I kept it to myself. I don't know, I know that I told you how I feel. And I know you don't know how you feel, but I thought if there's anything that I need to be straightforward about that you might not know, it was that I don't know how you feel about that sort of thing.
It's definitely something to take in. You know, just found out that not that long ago that my dad was freaking agent. Are you gonna? Do we? I mean, is we don't know how old he is. Was.
I don't know. Yeah. Sounds like he's older than me. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just not something I was expecting right now. It's okay.
I just didn't. I don't know. I was feeling kind of guilty about it, and if one of us was to, you know.
Yeah. I just don't process things well. It's okay.
Oh.
I could just go throw knives at something, maybe. It's not that. Thank you for telling me the things and all that. It's something that I didn't know about you, and now I do. Good. It's good to know things about people.
Yeah.
She's gonna just like hug her real quickly.
Okay. Oh, all right. This is nice. She hugs back.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry again.
To apologize. I just think I need to go throw knives again.
Okay. There's lots of trees.
There are trees. If any one of them has a lady in them, hopefully I'll get to that problem before.
Jesus.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Tim, put up the hut. If you
Yeah,
need me, I'll be in there.
I'll see you inside the hut later.
Is anybody in the hut?
It's just
I'm
me
I'm
and
in the
Cassidy.
hut.
Okay.
Anthea, after this conversation is over, goes into the hut, puts down her bedroll, doesn't unroll it, and just pushes her face into it and screams.
So, like, it's still in the cylinder roll shape?
Yeah.
You okay, Anthea?
Honestly,
That's-
this just feels like someone having the right reaction.
Cassidy, I think it might be your time to do one of your famous speeches or talks.
Yeah, give her a pep talk.
She seems troubled.
I don't know what's going on. Then you two.
All right.
I'm just
Anthea, what's going on? Are you
put my
okay?
hands up and pat Anthea on the back.
You know what? That might be enough.
What?
Did
What?
did the children frustrate you?
No. I just shared something with Marissa, and I don't know how well that was received.
That can be tough, but hey, that's a very brave thing to do.
If
It
anyone
feels
looks for
really-
her, they might be able to see Arissa like tossing daggers at a tree.
I don't know what that means yet, but
Is it at the tree that Rena's in? Because
No.
okay,
She wouldn't want to disturb her sister.
yeah, you just she's gone.
It feels more stupid than brave.
you know, I'm finding that there's a fine line between stupid and brave, Anthea. And usually it's called by its results. But I'm going to tell you right now, regardless of the outcome, sharing something about yourself that produces this sort of reaction in you, it's brave.
Okay. I don't think she.
Cut out.
I don't think she took it that way.
I say just be patient.
Yeah,
How long
I'm
have y'all-
trying.
How long
I'm
have y'all
really
worked
bad.
together?
Huh?
How long have y'all worked together?
I don't know, like 5 or more years. I really lose track easy of how many years.
Huh. Well, I'm
Is
sure it'll
it?
be.
I hope so. I am really bad at this whole "hey, I like you" thing.
Oh. Well, who isn't?
Yeah.
She just looks so upset and uncomfortable at the same time.
I don't
Yeah,
think
Our
I'm
party-
helping that much.
Pats.
Our party just travels around and collects virgins. Like,
Hey, Katie's not a
Yeah,
virgin.
I was
She has
gonna
2
say.
Okay.
kids.
Hey, she could have adopted.
That's
Talk
true.
it up.
We don't
I'm
know.
telling
We
you,
don't
she
know.
didn't.
Okay.
Speaking of, hey,
Katie,
where's Katie?
Davey's dog.
Where's Katie?
Oh, she eventually comes around. She was just chit chatting, being sociable. But yeah, she pops up eventually.
You
Well, if
know, sorry, go ahead.
No, you going ahead.
I was
Continue.
off topic, so you go ahead.
Oh, well, I was going to bring us off topic too.
Jesus, guys.
All right. Well, I was gonna say that if we were all slutty instead of, virginal in our town of 75 people who've actually lost a few now, we'd
Mhm.
probably be a little more inbred than we are right now. So it's probably for the best
Possible.
that we're
We'd-
puritanical as we are.
Our game would also just be more like Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Romance everybody.
It would probably
Hey.
cause a lot of chaos too.
Who's
It-
gonna romance Myrna to win the game?
I'll do it.
Hey, hey! I was about to fall in that grenade, brother. But I salute you.
Hey, I'm sure she's got a lot of branches. We could.
Oh,
Ooh,
Holy shit.
ooh!
do it.
I've
Just say
done.
she
I've done.
share.
Chip.
Okay. And it's ironwood, so if you lose any branches, I can forge them into something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Tim's motives are ulterior.
Well, it looks like Rena's staying a virgin.
Forever.
At least there's no inbreeding from our family. Like,
Okay, well, since Katie's in and Anthea's struggling with something, how about we go off topic if you don't want to be on it anymore? What was y'all's impressions of the villagers?
I like them. They're really nice and they need our help. I want to help them.
I'm not surprised by that.
I spent most of the day walking around with this little girl named Camilla. She's really real sweetheart. She's her parents are dead. It's just her.
Hashtag relatable.
Dude.
Damn.
Hashtag main character hair.
I mean, I spoke to more than just her, but I don't want to see that happen to any of the other kids here.
And Katie's like, oh, I seem all right by me. Pretty typical of what I'd expect of Saxondale folk. So,
You ever had any interaction with Saxondale folk in your time?
oh yes, back home, yeah. Very they're a bit advanced. They learn pretty quickly. They've had their ups and downs, but good people. historically, ups and downs. I mean, just little things here and there, nothing. It seems like it's always been that way for them if this is the kind of thing they're dealing with now. Although this seems a bit very kind, very resourceful.
Seem what little I've seen, I have a higher opinion of them as well. If if we did lose Grey Stand and I didn't lose all my marbles as a result of it, I'd think about coming here.
I mean, sans the Fae inhabiting the place, I'd say it'd be a nice place to. I'm curious who it is exactly that infiltrated their place. Honestly, with the sort of attitude that I'm hearing, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Winter. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Do you know of any way of kind of following or tracking Fey magic?
Say again. Sorry.
Do you know of any way to follow or track Fey magic, Katie? In all your dealings with them?
I'm not sure. I've never had to. I mean, my kind of tracking isn't necessarily the same as yours. I mean, I just look for pathways into the Arcadia.
Gotcha. Oh, hopefully I can get that covered. It's always nice to have a backup.
Hey.
Thank you for your reconnaissance work, ladies.
Oh, yeah. I figured what better way to get to know him than to have a chat. So. Anything I need to know? Everything all right?
I don't think so. There's a tribe of Goliaths. Were you there for that conversation?
No, I wasn't. Mountain folk.
Mm-hmm.
The brutes.
Well, we've been told.
I mean, in a fist fight, I'd want no other.
Yeah, I think I'd rather avoid something like a fist fight with anyone shaped like Nathaniel.
Oh, he's a big one. I saw him. All right. So we're helping them then.
Yeah.
We're helping the village. That's good. All right. Well, we what's the plan? Are we going to do it in the morning or?
We're gonna go into the town with James at night. Sneak in, try to find this caster, whoever's responsible for this spell, village, and deal with them. You've been around long enough with us, Katie. Heard enough things. Does your village have any dealings with Envoy in your time?
Dealings with no.
Really?
Only ever heard of him when I met you and yours.
Right. Thank you.
Of course. As everybody is Oh, you know what, Tim, real quick. I'm going to. It has been long enough. I'm going to give you your staff information.
Oh, yo.
Ooh. Hey.
There you go.
Nobody's made a joke yet. I'm proud of you guys.
I was holding
I was
it.
waiting for it.
You were holding it?
That's the joke.
God damn it.
Love it when people tell me about my staff.
I'm gonna say we really are a bunch of versions of Tim's just now getting to know his staff.
That was good. I like that one.
Yes, this group is full of pure innocence.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we roleplay, right?
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
dream.
I am a proud degenerate.
But yeah, you feel free to share that information if you wish. If not, that's okay too.
Oh,
Wow, you look so intently focused, Tim.
I do. I can't read.
You can't read it.
It's all grayed out. I have to.
Oh,
Like, it's
God
like the
damn it.
it's like the text is in light gray. I have to highlight it.
Okay.
I got it though.
Okay. All right.
Ready for the night.
Yes. As the night comes to a close, everybody getting nestled into their sleepy state to prepare for a midnight approach. You know what? I know some of you are probably asleep already, but I would like... No perception roll needed.
Ooh.
You're all starting to fall asleep. Just as you're at the edge of consciousness, just about to fall asleep, you hear... And we'll end session there.
No! She's here.
Okay.
That bitch.
Oh no, it's a bitch. Thank you. Thank you.
What does it mean?
It's a similar
It means-
tune they've heard elsewhere.
It means we're fucked. That evil tree we've been talking
Ah.
about, Myrna, she sings that song.
That's her
Or
tune.
something. Yeah. Yeah.
That's her tune. That's her calling tune.
Actually,
Alright.
I'm gonna go ahead and remind you guys, you heard Anthea hum that song.
Anthea hums it
When
while...
she was mind controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
It's
Did anyone
associated with the evil tree lady.
You've heard, yeah, it's associated
Cassidy
with her.
too hummed it at one
Mhm.
point, didn't she?
Yeah, because she heard it. I don't think Cassidy hummed it. She heard it though.
Let's hope
Ah, okay.
Myrna didn't like possess the tree that Rena's sleeping in or something. I can never
And
trust a tree again.
The branches just wrap around.
Yeah, we'll never trust a tree.
I believe Ulrich actually imitated it when telling us about his interactions at the tree.
I've
Yeah.
sung it before.
Mm,
So we do know about it
common
widely,
knowledge then.
at least for the measure.
Hmm.
For the...
All right.
We know the effect that it had on her when played with an instrument too.
Right.
If it'll
All
work
right.
again.
Well, while we're wrapping this up here, we're gonna go ahead and raid. What is the name of the person, Yurko?
Oh, is that who we
Yes,
want to
but-
raid? He's pretty big.
If there's someone else, you can pick someone else. It's fine, guys.
Oh dear. Okay.
I was not prepped
Um,
for somebody else, so
Huh?
Oh,
I said
Well,
I was not
then,
prepped
yeah,
for
we can
anybody
raid him.
else. Yeah.
we gonna raid Cinderblock Sally?
Yeah.
He's really cool. If y'all don't know him, like I'm sure Player Hater knows him. He's a big YouTube content creator on like YouTube and
Okay.
stuff, and he just recently started streaming on Twitch. So we can go say hello to him and say hi.
Welcome.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm not
All right.
familiar with this person. I don't know.
Check him out. He's dope.
I guess I will. Yeah.
And for those of you that made it to the end of the video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes. Thank you,
Mhm.
Sora.
Next Tuesday.
I am horrible at remembering.
Thursday for the VOD. So, or
Thursday
the
for the
video.
VOD,
Yeah.
Friday for the podcast.
Yeah.
The podcast, just for your knowledge, player hater, if you're still there, we do summarize our content a little bit. So
True.
you can catch up. If you don't want to watch every single episode, you can go through our podcasts. And
if you listen to the Adventure Continues episodes.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Adventure Continues is a 2-episode recap each one, and then we just have the audio portion of the show itself. So
yeah, so you can get a sense of our lore, because if you haven't been invested, probably didn't know a lot of what was going on.
Right.
All right,
y'all.
All right, let's go raid.
Go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
Be nice to Sally.
So the Astral Self Monk can summon astral arms. Who's raiding me? BBEG